Okay, I took way too long. I apologize. But sometimes you just have to go to the bathroom. It's the morning. You don't know. You know it's coming. You just don't know when. Unless you're an avid caffeine drinker and cigarette smoker. Oh my god, then it's like clockwork. I guess it could just be any form of nicotine. I was a vapor. I vaped once. I don't deny it. I don't vape anymore. I quit cold turkey. Actually, it wasn't even that I quit. I just forgot my vape one time and didn't want to buy a new $100 vape. And I was just like, I think this is the time. Oh. And then I smelled somebody smoking, and I was just like, yeah, no. If I can't smell like strawberry, I'm good. But, you know, if I was dying, or just old, I'd probably vape again. Like that guy who, well, not the same caliber, but, like, he went into the radiation zone to help people because he knew the cancer wasn't going to get to him. It's just like, oh, sign me up. It's like I die in, what, 10 years on average? Cancer takes 12 years? It's like, sign me up. Like, that's just thinking. That's like using your life points as a fucking resource, bro. Yeah, I know it's so generic to say, or cliche to say, but I quit so many times, and then, like, I'd just go out somewhere, and I'd hang out with a couple people, see them the next weekend, and then it's just like, bam, you're back in. But that was also college time. College time's different times. It's when you could potentially go out 6 days a week, 7 days if you're crazy enough. But I'd like to see those grades, please. I was only ever truly a social drinker. I don't know if I ever drank alone. I just couldn't do it. I just can't. I could. I definitely could. But just the taste, I'd rather drink 6 Dr. Peppers by myself and pass out. Just as embarrassing. Probably better for you. I think. I don't know. But just not for me, man. Although there have been a couple fruity beers I've found over the years that I do enjoy, but like still, it's just like I'd literally rather drink the Dole version of this. I don't know. It's not for me. Again, same thing with the nicotine. I'd rather have the strawberry version. Coffee too. Oh, look how tiny he is. Judge me however you will. But I don't know, man. I think if you're going to be enjoying something, you should be enjoying the best version of it. And I mean, maybe some people enjoy those versions of it. I mean, for God's sakes, they make tobacco-flavored vape juice. I don't know who's using it. Nice. I used to buy these beers that were $9 a bottle. They were so good. But like, again, at one point I realized it was just like, I am paying so much for these beers, but like, they're so delicious. But it's like, do I even enjoy it, or am I just paying a bunch for something that's like tasty to drink? And I was paying for something tasty to drink, and back then I could pay a fucking $1 and get a bottle of anything, any soda you like for $1. I slapped the bag. I drank a few bottles of Carlos Rossi. I've tilted the jug. I've done the old barrel swirl. But nope. Oh, sangria. I never liked sangria. Maybe I just never had good sangria, but that was never for me for some reason. Truthfully, I think pretty much every hard liquor, unless mixed with something with off limits too, because it's just gross. I could see why people liked it. But man, I looked like a 9-year-old kid every time doing that face of like, it was just gross. Just, ugh. Hated it. Loved the way it made me feel. I'm a dancer and a singer at heart. Am I good at it? I've been told no, but I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I've got a mean Bernie. I can do like a 90-degree bend. Oh, nice. No, and it's like, it's not even that I mean it in like a negative connotation. It's just like, if I literally would be sitting there, looking in the mirror, doing that face, going, bleh! Like, oh, okay, we're gonna learn how to not do that tonight. And then I would do something like that. But it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, unless I'm hanging out with people and they're just like, oh, come on. And it's like, not even peer pressure. It's just like, I'm literally sitting there like, I don't want to drink it. It's wrong. Oh, man, we used to have this game. Oh, what was it? I don't even know if there's a name for it. Now I'm thinking back, I don't even think there was a ring toss, but it was just a ring on a string, and then you had a hook on the wall, and you just stood like 8 feet away, and you tried to throw the ring and hook it on like the wall, and it was the most addictive thing ever. Oh my god, dude. Literally, parties would start at the house just because of that. It was crazy. Like 2 people would stand there playing with it in the middle of the day after classes, and they'd be like, you want a beer? Yeah, dude. I just got 3 in a row, give me another. Dude, I'm on fire tonight. And then somebody else, nice! Woo! Oh, it's not even my biggest, but 72 FP, dude. That's crazy. That's huge. So FP is the model size of the fish that we see now, but centimeters are the model you see in the aquarium. That fish is huge, bro. Dude, I wish it kept track of FPs, man. There's a reason it should keep track of the FPs, and that's why. I'm gonna try to take a screenshot. I hope it let me. I hope that worked. Did that work? I hope it worked. Oh, dude, that was a handsome fish. So, like, it's very rare that you ever actually get a big fish and a heavy fish at the same time. You usually get screwed on one of them. That was cool. That was really cool. That wasn't a record in any regard, but seeing a fish with double stats like that's super rare. That, if I lock in and fish all day, there's a chance we could see a pristine record. That gives me faith that, like, we're on the seed for it. Or whatever. I still don't even know what theory I'm gonna work with. I think the game's seeded when you enter areas, so, like, I think we're in a good pristine area. Or rotation. Seed. In my mind, basically, there's a line of code that gets generated when I enter this area, and then every time the day and time changes, it generates the fish. and whatever that original code is basically giving me, like, whatever Nonky and Baku Baku, but the Priscline are good. Again, I don't have any proof exactly, I just have data, and I found one of my notebooks. I only made it like 3 pages into the notebooks writing down how many fish I've caught before I realized that I had like thousands, beyond thousands of fish to data or catalog in data entry. Honestly, oh, this is decent. I might just take a long week off of streaming and watch my own fishing videos one day and just shiny hunt. And just, you know, enter all the fish. Because if I did that, I could get like a really good look at like your percentage to catch large fish. Fish of certain like ranges all make the bar act a certain way. So like I would definitely be able to find out like, hey, like you have small, medium, and large fish, and this is the percentage of catching one of this size, and within that range you have a percentage of catching one of this size, and it'd pretty much be over. Once I cataloged everything, like again, I've spent 500 hours or more just fishing in this game, and it's all recorded. So like, if I actually just went through and got the data written down, it'd be official. I just haven't because I'm lazy, and that extra amount of work is too much for me. I can do everything else, but like, writing it all down, that stresses me out so much. Oh shit, wait. That was actually really good. Interesting. I think we caught our record Nonky on the last Mimi as well, and that was also a last Mimi. Would I leave luck low? Success in fishing depends on many things. Like what? I believe in resilience supremacy because it allows you to catch the biggest fish possible, first and foremost. I know a lot of people like to brag, but as far as I'm aware, you cannot catch the largest fish in the game without having max resilience. You're just gonna lose it. I just don't think you have the time. I don't think you have the time and the room for error. And then on top of that, for the smaller fish, it just gets you to that point where you can just hold X sooner and just crank them in, like I'm doing now. And that just means more points faster. There's no record that I'm really scared of right now either, too, because like it's all fresh. I'm coming back fresh. I have no records. Whereas like every time I thought about playing again on the PS2, I was just like, oh, what save file do I play on? Like, do I play on this save file? Do I play on that save file? Do I need to reset at night times? What do I need to be doing? But this is a new save. Who gives a shit? I still have to beat the game and unlock New Game Plus outfits on this emulator. I don't even know if that's a thing. I'm assuming it is. It has memory cards. Oh, dude, if Dark Cloud 3 ever came out and it didn't have a leaderboard for fishing, I'd be so sad. I know people would cheat, but like, it would be fun to just be a part. Because, I don't know, man. I feel like it would just be better. Because you'd be able to weed out the cheaters at a certain point. I feel like a lot of people end up doing that too. Like, now that I'm watching all these videos about like communities through the early 2000s who are like, you know, Mario Kart DS speedrunners, and Spyro speedrunners, Jak 3 speedrunners, and all that stuff. It's really cool to watch like their stories and whatnot. I was never a part of any community like that growing up because I grew up not really on the internet. I don't know, I just played games locally for a super long time. My first exposure wasn't until like, I think 6th or 7th grade to like the concept of LAN parties with like other people. And it's just like, oh, like, I didn't think you could, I guess, yeah, what's the point of that? To do cash prizes. I was like, for what? Halo 2, baby. And it was like, oh, nice. Okay. Halo 2, actually, when I might have been in high school. No. Halo 3 was high school for sure. I think. I actually can't even remember now. Oh my god. I'm old. No, I just have bad memory, and I've always had bad memory. Nope, I still have my original. Well, I don't know if I have my original PS2 actually. I have 3 of them, so I think I do. And I think I even have the backup, but we might have gotten rid of the original one and have 2 backups at this point. I don't know. We play a lot of PS2. But I do have my original 360 Elite. It never red ringed. It probably would if I turned it on now. I need to get tested. I think I have, is it Ehlers-Danlos? Is that how you say it? My entire life, I've been way more flexible than everybody around me. For instance, some of my fingers can bend all the way backwards. I don't think they can now. I stopped doing that. But, yeah, I learned there's other things that go along with it. Yeah, I don't think I have it bad. I think I just have the stretchy connective tissue, but there's some digestive issues that can come along with it. You can't just tell those right away. So I've never been tested for it because, oh my god, it's one of those things that like you don't learn until like, well, honestly, I think they're just learning it now, but like it's one of the things I grew up hearing, like, oh, you're double jointed. You're double jointed. You got double joints. And it's like, I don't think I have 2 joints. I think a joint is a part of like the bone. And I think if I had multiple joints, it'd look fucking horrific. Like, why the fuck am I so flexible? And then, yeah, they're like, yeah, some of you have connective tissue issues where like your bones ain't held together well. And it's like, oh shit, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But I might also have it bad and just don't know because I've never been out of shape in my whole life. I've always been a very active kid. But now that I'm an adult, I'm not. Which is by choice. I very much have nothing holding me back. Except for the fact that I grew up my entire life being very active outdoors and I don't want to go outside anymore. I'm so tired. But honestly, I'm kind of feeling it. I was thinking about getting into mountain biking. I used to ride my bike a lot when I was younger, but I rode it on the road. The only problem is living out in the desert, if I ever wreck, there's like a 1 in 3 chance that it's into a cactus. Yeah, that too. So like, and that's one of the things, like I might have like poor connective tissue. But like I just don't know because I've always had like a good muscle or a set of muscles to like, you know, reinforce things. But like now that I'm completely out of shape, it might just be like, oh shit, my bones are slipping. But I'm definitely atrophied. I got like old man legs now. I can like slap my calves around and make jingle jangle. I got wibbly wobbly calves. Oh man, I really want to get back into skateboarding, but like, I know something in my brain is going to flip a switch and I'm going to be like, yeah, do a pop shove it. And that board's going to fly out from under me. And as I'm falling, I'm just going to hear that fucking sad cat song, the Sarah McLachlan, like in the arms of an angel. And like, I'm just going to stick my hands out and it's just going to be like, yep, this is it. This is it. This is how you go. Find you dead in a skate park. Like, oh man, this old guy. He was even wearing a helmet. That's tragic. Ooh, yeah, that's dang. Yep, no, I think I'm very far onto the not extreme spectrum, but like again, I mean it could develop into something, but yeah, no, I simply like, it was just one of those things that growing up, like every gym class, my entire life from like preschool to freaking, oh, I don't think we had gym class, but like recess and stuff. It was just like, I don't know. Like, I remember when I learned how to do the splits, it, like, blew people's minds, and I just remember being like, you just fucking do it. What's wrong with you people? But, like, it blew people's minds that I could just do the splits, and it was just like, what's wrong with y'all? This shit's easy. But, yeah, that's crazy. But, as we were learning, the human body, while very similar, is on a cellular spectrum, man. Everybody got the same looking liver, but it can be slightly different. It's interesting. I don't know, it's crazy to me that like how similar the human body is, but on the same like side of the coin, on like the very bottom right, it's just like, but different, written very smallly. It's cool. Blood types is one of those things that boggles my mind that like we figured out. Like, shit, you know, sometimes when you get people blood it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's like, oh shit. Figure that out. Crazy. But like I was saying, it's one of the things where I grew up and people were like, ah, he's double jointed. And it's like, I don't think I'm moving my finger from one joint to another. Like, I think there's something else going on here, but I don't know. I don't know if I expected my teachers from 10 years ago, 15 years ago to know what connective tissue disorder looked like. They were just trying to prep us for the OGTs. Gotta get that graduate test. Official graduation test, baby. Where are you gonna go? You gonna be smart? Are you dumb? Probably dumb. The one sport I wish I'd have known about as a kid was rock climbing. I know everybody says that, but like, I think it's true. I think climbing is like one of the greatest exercises out there. And the younger you start, the better. Not too young, but like young enough. That was a beautiful Baku. Handsome. Handsome little guy. But no, rock climbing requires strong tendons, and that's something you build up over decades. Oh my god, I have tendinosis because I screwed up. I thought like, oh, it's like rock climbing. Or not, it's not rock climbing, it's like working out. And you know, rock climbing, you go X amount of days a week, you take a couple days off, you go back, you work on it, you add a little weight, you do this, you do that, and it's like, nope, that's how you ruin your tendons. If you have climbed too much, you have not stretched enough, you have not done this. So I used to love going to the gym. 5 days a week, baby. I'd go for like 2 hours. Oh, loved it. But then I got into rock climbing and I was just like, oh, dude, this is great. But I didn't have the tendons for it. I was muscling my way up that wall, climbing way harder than I should have been, way more often than I should have been. That was the craziest part. Looking back at it, I was probably getting by with like way better technique than I should have been too, because of my fucking potentially crazy connective tissue. Like, how's the motherfucker bending his fingers like that? It's like he shouldn't be. Handsome. Damn, that's 44th? Alright, well, I think that swapped them. That's, something's not right about that. Whew. I do wish I'd have kept a better list of the books we read in school, so that I could reread them. There's a bunch of books that I remember reading in school, and like very vague portions of the books that I remember being like so cool that I just haven't forgotten them. But I've forgotten the rest of the book and the name of it. Warrior Cats? I don't remember that one, but I want to check it out now. That's crazy to me. 224 people have caught a Priscleen on retro achievements. That's fun. That's fun. I'd like to bump that number up. How do we do that? How do we get more people to fish in this game? Oh, Scholastic Book Fair. What was it called? Oh, dude, I've already forgotten it. That was the first time I ever found a manga, believe it or not. Believe it or not, that's where I discovered manga. What was it called? Awaken? It was about an all-girls school and, like, girls disappearing into the woods. But I just remember being like, yo, Scholastic has comic books? And just checking it out and being like, yo, okay. I can use my points on this. This is what I'm getting. My gosh, dude, I remember like just looking around thinking like, is this supposed to be here? Like, is this official? This is crazy. It's a comic book about girls being abducted at school. Okay. What the? Okay. And then hilariously, I never read another manga until like 2020. it was one of those weird things, man. I grew up as one of those kids that just didn't know anime and cartoons were not the same thing. Just didn't register. Even when it like became a discussion point, I just never remember it being like something I recognized. And then all of a sudden, like the fucking Avatar Wars began, and people were like, "Avatar is an anime." No, it's not. Actually, animation is just. And it's like, oh, wow, that's weird. Because like technically, I grew up on anime. It's like, I don't even remember what the first cartoon I watched was, but the first anime I ever watched was definitely Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, because just the dinosaurs are like burned into my memory. You know, there's like a definitive turning point where like it stops trying to be one of the best animes of all time. Oh, very nice. I can't actually, I need to rewatch them and figure out which one it was that I grew up on. It's the, one of them like definitively has way more dinosaurs in it than the other one, and I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Dragon Ball. Or, no. Is it Gohan that's with all the dinosaurs? I think it might be Gohan that's with all the dinosaurs. I can't remember. But nice. Yeah, no, not here. But again, like, it's so weird because like I don't even think my dad knew. So my dad is a massive racist. So like I don't think he knew. I think he just thought it was another cartoon and like the only one on, because I get up so early, it was the only one on that had dinosaurs. So like it was the go-to. And then there was like, I don't even honestly know when this window existed. I'd have to like do some research. But holy shit, man. Street Sharks and Extreme Dinosaurs were like my jam for so long. But like, I distinctly remember at some point where like I told him, it was probably like my first moment looking in the mirror and being like, you cannot talk about extreme dinosaurs and Street Sharks anymore. You look like a crazy person. Nobody's ever heard of them. But honestly, hilariously, I should join the subreddits and stuff, because like, I miss those TV shows, man. Oh, those are some collectibles I'd go out of my way to get again. Extreme Dinosaurs, man, was the jam. Extreme Dinosaur. But I didn't actually like get into anime until Netflix came out, and I sat down and watched all of Full Metal Alchemist, and somebody was like, "You didn't watch Brotherhood?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And they're like, "You have to watch Brotherhood." So I sat down and watched all of Brotherhood, and then that summer I watched all of Pokemon, the Indigo League, all of the Orange Islands, Zoids, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon, and it was just like, oh my god, did I just spend my whole summer watching anime? And then I think I did it like the very next summer. I remember setting up a YouTube page and just loading up like 9 episodes at a time, so that when I came back inside, they'd all be loaded, and I could just watch them one after another, and then I would queue up the next 9. I remember being super disappointed with Zoids, but I also remember it being the last one I watched that summer, so it might have just been the fact that I spent the entire summer watching anime, and I realized at the last moment, like, oh, okay. But I remember the Orange Islands being like the best one of the summer. I remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Being really bad towards the end, because it was just like, oh god, which cheat card is he gonna win with? And then I remember Digimon being even worse because it was like, okay, it's the power of friendship every episode, but it's like, they were so cut and dry and like formulaic, I think is the word, that it just like, it killed me because it was like, okay, somebody runs into a problem, they're getting Digimon downgrades it, whatever, and then, like, they have to fucking, through the power of friendship, get over a fight they had, and then fucking Digivolve to win the fight at the end of the episode. And it's like, okay, I can't watch these anymore. Like, they're literally the same thing, but for, like, each character. And it's not good. It's like, it's too, they're all the exact same. Stop it. Switch it up. But I remember the Indigo League actually being really good. It's good. Ash is stupid though, but I mean, it's the original series, so like he is. But the Orange Islands, I just remember the Orange Islands actually being so good that it was just like, wow, like where did this go? Oh, I mean, yeah, but like, I know Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach are considered the big three, but dude, honestly, as a rural kid from the Midwest, I'd have to say fucking Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Digimon are like the original three. Like, there's no way, man. Like, now, maybe now, that the internet has become such a widespread thing, worldwide, they're the big three, but like, I don't know, man. I'd still argue, like, it's weird. I don't know how those are not the big three. Which again, is still funny because I like, in my mind, Dragon Ball Z to a lot of people is probably still seen as a cartoon in their, like, the back of their minds. Because so many of them just didn't know what anime was back then when they actually watched it. Oh! We're in 4th place, baby! Woo! Nice. I believe my personal best is 88. So that's really good. I'd have to get on Twitch. I have it on Twitch. I can pull it up. I got this. Oh. Not the time to have my controller in my lap. That's crazy, dude. We're in 4th already for a fish. What luck. Our stats aren't even that high. That's insane. That's actually insane. 88. 88, 68. Wow. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Nice. But no, I do remember my first, I guess if you want to classify things as kids and, well, what would it be? Young adult? Is that shonen? Would that be the next step up? Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was 100% Shonen Jump. Damn, that's crazy. 224 people have caught Criscleans, but only 174 have caught Nonkies? 50 people have never caught a Nonky? Nice. Yeah, no, that's when I started discovering my own stuff. Strangely, I don't know how this happened, but I guess I'm one of the weirdest people out there when it comes to anime. And since you come from a family of connoisseurs, it sounds like, I want to see if you can guess what my first... Well, actually, that's a lie, I guess. It's technically Zoids. Zoids is... Yeah, no, Zoids is a battle mech anime. Never mind. I was going to say, I want to see if you can guess what my first battle mech anime is, but technically, I more meant the genre where they all look like the same ones. But I guess it's technically Zoids. Anyways, it was Eureka 7. Oh my god, I almost said Eureka. I almost said it. It'd been so long since I'd uttered those words. It's like it almost came out as Eureka. Eureka! Freaking Toonami, baby. You gotta love Toonami. Oh, I actually, and I don't even have a problem admitting this, I had a sad mindset growing up. Still have a sad mindset now. But, oh my god, dude, wait, did I move my Crisclean? I didn't. Oh no. I don't remember which one it was. Well. Oh, we're running out of room here. Oh. You can't make the aquarium until you have Conda. I mean, you could farm the resources for it, but it'd be too much. Nope, I've never actually seen those. Yeah, no, it was Eureka 7. I really vibed with it because it has like a, I mean, they all kind of have a save the earth message, but like it more than the others has like hey, the earth has like, well, not the earth, but the planet you're living on has like a life force within it, and like, not exactly happy with what you're doing. But they all kind of have that message to a degree. I don't know, it was just like way more like nail on the head, like, hey, there's a message about global warming, motherfuckers. Yeah, I don't remember how much of Gurren I actually watched. I just remember somebody showed me like the final fight scene, and I remember thinking like, oh wow, this is too much for me. Like I enjoy it. It's like Kill la Kill. I enjoy like the art and how flashy it is. It's just like it's a little over the top for me. And I know I've been mentioning mech ones, which is kind of killing the point, but I do like a more grounded, like Full Metal Alchemist from their Power style. I don't like things to get Dragon Ball Z-esque. I've never actually read or watched. I'm a little scared to get into it simply because of the size of the collection cost. And like, I don't know if I actually want to own any of the animes. but yeah. Cause yeah, it'd be one to read, but yeah, that's literally that's the definition of an investment. Although I will say I got all of Hunter x Hunter. That I love that though. I read all of it 10 times in a row. Like that's not even an exaggeration. I ordered it out of order. Kind of crazy how I got into Hunter x Hunter. The pandemic hit and I was just like, you know what? I've never had a manga. Like I've never actually owned a manga. I've watched Hunter x Hunter like 3 times over the last couple of years because I got it on Blu-ray. I love it. I want to read it. And I ordered the last like 12 volumes because there was 36 volumes, now there's 37. But the author came out of hiatus like the month I ordered my volumes. So I was like, I'm getting the last 12 so that I can like keep reading them before like 37 comes out. And then 37 was like announced and it was like, okay, it's not coming out for a while. So like I got the other 24 and just kept rereading it. And at one point, that's actually how I got onto like Reddit, like as like an active poster. Which is actually crazy because like I watched Apple Pito like rise across the internet. It was kind of scary. It's actually kind of scary because I watched them like side by side. They were an unstoppable force back then even. But that was like 5 years ago. But anyways, I just kept rereading the manga over and over and I was just like, man, I gotta discuss this online. But oh god, the power scalers even back then, man. I just couldn't do it. Everything was... no. That's mid-diff. The first time I ever saw the word diff, I just remember thinking, like, that's it. I'm out. I'm old. I don't care anymore. Nobody talk to me. This is the coldest take imaginable. Only complaint is the koala scene. I hate it on rereads and I hate it on rewatches, but I get why it exists. I mean, when you read the manga, you can literally see Togashi's art just go out the window and the text just takes back over. And it's like, damn, my guy is in a fucking dark place. And literally the koala talks about like some of the most worst like ideals about fucking like the reincarnation cycle. And it's like, Jesus, man. The art literally turns to like wibbly wobbly lines and it's just like, holy shit, like what's going on here? But the more you learn, you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ, like just fucking don't even finish it, just cut it short, my guy. But that's it. That is literally my only complaint. I love it. I love it all. Well, except for that he sets up like one of the biggest cliffhangers in the story, which honestly is kind of like kind of a huge subversion right now. If he finishes Hunter x Hunter, he will potentially set up and then left on the mantle the largest Chekhov's gun in like writing history. Because if you have read Hunter x Hunter, there is a fight or an encounter, I should say, not even a fight, but an encounter between, and I think it's Yuro, but I guess Gyro is his name. But I guess Gon and Gyro, they still have to meet. it is clearly stated in the manga that, like, their meeting did not occur yet. But it would be hilarious if their meeting did occur while the book was in the Dark Continent or elsewhere. That'd be hilarious if the main character of the story became irrelevant to the story and his big encounter with, like, one of the antagonists from, like, 4 arcs ago just off-screen. Fucking Jujutsu Kaisen him. That would be crazy, man. I am still a firm believer, and I've gotten so much. It's one of the reasons I left the subreddit. So the flack I got was just, I hated it. I hated the flack. People were always just like, yeah, any opinion's valid, and then except for you. But Greed Island. Greed Island was my favorite arc, man. Gon and Killua having a fun time, and then things get. I think Ginthru is one of the best. Like, I love Ginthru. Oh my gosh, Ginthru is like what the average villain would look like in a Nin world. He would be taking advantage of the criminal underworld because, like, your average Nin user, they're like, oh, what was that guy's name? Impossible! It's from the Mafia. What was that guy's name? He worked with Kurapika. I can't remember his name. He could withstand 10 bullets. He was a Nin user. And it's just like, okay, but actual, like, decent Nin users are better than that. And, like, Ginthru had, like, Sub and Bara take their Hatsus and sacrifice them so that they could be the bombers, thus making Ginthru even more powerful. And it's like, yeah, see, this dude's, he's smart. But then he underestimates a child, and it's like, that makes sense. He's gonna do that. Ah, I loved it, dude. And just little flower, handful of gunpowder. Ooh. It's so edgy. It's perfect. I think Hunter x Hunter is like the only manga anime combo that I actually like know inside and out. I've thought about getting another one just so I could sit down and actually read it, because I love reading them. I love reading manga, man. It, like, fulfills my ADD. It's just like, I can flip through all the pages and look at all the pictures, and then flip back through it and read all of it, and then flip back through it and look at all the pictures and read it, and then I can do that like 9 more times and absorb all the information, and it's just like, it's great, man. And then I can just flip through it and look at all the pictures, and then flip through it and reread it, and then do it all again. But I don't know if there's any that I like as much. One Piece has struck me pretty hard as of late, but I really only think I like certain parts of One Piece, so I don't think I'd really enjoy the entire story as a whole. I don't know. I think that might just be the anime as well. Maybe I would enjoy just the manga because there's no filler. And there's even less than the anime because it's just the pages. Oh, he's tiny. Oh, honestly, Mushishi. Mushishi? Mushishi. 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 I can't even remember how to say it. Mushishi. That'd probably be a good one to get. There's probably not too many books of that. That's probably a good one. God, I love that one. Oh, the village with the fucking, the hearing stealing snails. That's a crazy one. There's like the snails that live in your ears if you experience like pure silence. Oh. That's a spoiler, my bad. Such a good show. And it's kind of crazy. I almost want to get like an extra copy because it makes me sad that I don't have it. But one of my volumes, I think it's volume like 13 or something, of Hunter x Hunter that's supposed to have the scenes where Pakunoda dies, is actually replaced with the scene of Ichigo getting his Soul Reaper powers from Rukia. I'm not sure how a misprint like that occurs, but yeah, instead of Pakunoda dying, I have Ichigo getting his Soul Reaper powers. Which is such a weird misprint, but... And I think there's another misprint in one of my other mangas, but like... I could not tell you what it's from. It's just a weird picture of two dolls, and it doesn't exactly not fit with the Hunter x Hunter theme, but it's just like, I don't know, it's weird. Every time I reread the book, I'm just like, what the fuck is this? What is this in reference to? But it's like... super late in the manga, so it's just like, man, this might just be a weird-ass fucking picture Togashi threw in here. Oh, dude, if the freaking... if the Succession War ever got animated, man... That is my favorite arc. I don't know if you're up to date on Hunter x Hunter, but like, it beats the Chimera Ant arc. He is truly writing his best right now. Honestly, I would say it's the best in manga, but like, I mean, we already mentioned Berserk, but oh my gosh, it's I don't even want to spoil it. I literally don't want to spoil it because it's so good, but like, I want to talk about it. It's so good. Everything that takes place after the anime ends is just... It's like fan service. It's literally just... That's the best way I can describe it. It's all just fan service. But, like, he's writing it the way he wants to, and it's like, dude, go off. Do what you need to. Like, this is insane. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, no, freaking Gon's gone. Gon's not even a part of the story anymore. He gets like one sentence, and that's it. And honestly, I think it's still in the anime. I think they managed to like cram it in at the end of the anime. But oh my gosh, yeah, as soon as Gon is like officially removed from the manga, it is just peak Hunter x Hunter. Oh, so good, dude. It actually is like the inspiration, part of the inspiration of the video game I want to one day create, if I ever learn how to do that. I might just have to RPG Maker it. But there's no shame in that. I'm just not talented enough to make a Fear and Hunger. Ooh. Honestly, more than anything, Fear and Hunger inspired me to try and make a Fear and Hunger, but that motherfucking RPG Maker shit's like $100, so I've heard it goes on sale randomly for like 15 bucks. I'd love to get it for that and just spend a year trying to make a game, 2 years making a game. I have a dream. Oh, that was crazy. I did not mean that. That was fucking crazy. That is powerful. I felt powerful saying it. No wonder you fucking said it. Nope. I, believe it or not, have a roguelike that I have a miniature story outline written to. I started to make a map, but I didn't know how to tackle that because I didn't know if I should actually make like a game map or just like a world map, but then I realized world maps really aren't that detailed and you kind of just fucking make that at the end, so it was like I got overwhelmed. But I have a roguelite. I always want to call them roguelite, but then it's just, oh, they've got the double music glitch. Oh, Jesus. Get your samples, artists. DJ, hit me! And I like my fish pretty. If you got Pristine, you can come ride with me. Yeah, I don't know what causes that, but it is a documented glitch. I have no idea what causes it, but I think it's hilarious. It's spooky. But no, I went down a rabbit hole of like the game design and like programming of Fear and Hunger. I shouldn't even say that. I love just about everything about Fear and Hunger and like the design of it and the fact that it's just like it's just a fucking game that some guy made. Oh. Yes, I love big fish. I forgot how much fun it was to go fucking fishing, dude. Nope, and I had a mechanic planned out for my game that I don't think I had seen in any other games before, and I was pretty excited for it. But you know what? I can discuss it here. I'm not afraid. I don't think it exists anywhere else, and if it does, I'll be proven wrong, and if it doesn't, this is proof that I was the first one to come up with it. I was gonna have a mechanic where you like start the game and you're like part of a family unit where it's like a grandfather or a grandmother and then like 17, 18-year-old like teenage granddaughter, grandson, whatever you want to pick, and then like a younger 9 or 10-year-old grandson, granddaughter, and like depending on which one you picked, it changed like the mid, early, and late game difficulties and gave you different like starting items. So like, I don't know, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was a really cool mechanic that I hadn't seen anywhere else, and was a good way to start my roguelite. Like, which one do you want? Which one are you picking? Grandpa? Grandma? The annoying sister? The douchebag brother? The dweeb sister? The annoying little brother? Which one are you picking? Which one are you picking? Pick your poison. And they would all end up in like different places within the story and stuff like that. And, you know, they'd have to like, oh, I bet the grandkids went this way. So you'd have to like double back. So like, maybe you'd start in a harder area, but since you're the old people, you'd have to do stealth, so it's technically easier. And then you get to the kids area, and it's like, oh shit, like, what's all this stuff? And then suddenly it's puzzles, and I don't know. I didn't actually make it to gameplay, Obviously, I like to make games that I would enjoy playing, so it'd probably be some sort of RPG, but... I have a bunch of the other parts figured out. I'm not gonna give away my bread and butter, but... That was, like, the start of it, and I thought that was a really cool roguelite mechanic, was having, like... I mean, it would be 6 different starts. As well as the Fear and Hunger, it's stolen straight from Fear and Hunger. I like that you can pick the different starting items, and even within the character you've chosen, you can get different starts. And it'd be like, I'm playing a grandma with cigarettes and a little bottle of whiskey. And it's like, nah, you gotta be the grandma with the Nutri-Grain bar and a fucking apple juice, dude. You can make it twice as far. It's like, I don't know, dude. I smoked the cigarette in the first fight with the T-Rex and I get away. It's like, oh, shut the fuck up, dude. What? There's a mechanized T-Rex in the first fucking broom closet. You just walk into the broom closet for 4 minutes straight. Just put a button down. Or put something on your button and hold it down. It's a Rick and Morty reference. I am the son of God. Hey, dude, I love that reference. That's funny, I should do that. What would be the best... What is the best game? Engine-wise. Like, what is objectively or subjectively, whatever. I would say objectively. I did say it. I'm gonna stick with it. What is the best game engine ever? I would personally say the Jak and Daxter series. Assembly. Ooh, interesting. I actually don't know. I know that's the most basic, isn't it? No. I don't think I would ever want to make a game as complex as Jak and Daxter, but as far as movement and, like, driving, guns, and everything, I think it nails it. There's a lot of other good games, but, like, man, you can't do a sky uppercut into a spin in Grand Theft Auto. Doesn't mean it's a bad game, but... I like Dark Cloud's groundedness. I would, if I ever made a game, though, and I made it without a jump, I feel like I'd be doing people a disservice. I think games should have a jump button. And it should never be Y or triangle. That's just... Let's not talk about that. I wasn't even going that far. I was just trying to think of, like... What's the dream? What would you aim for? I like Cursebreaker and how it takes after RuneScape's old point-and-clicky, move-around-the-world style. I like that. I like how basic it is. I'd style over realism every time, but, like... I don't know if I would make a Wind Waker or a Dark Cloud 2 game. Jak 3 is grittier. It's got more browns. It's got that Call of Duty shader over it. I don't think I could ever... I don't think I could ever achieve my dreams if I made something as simple as like an early Final Fantasy or a Pokemon. Maybe I could. Okay. I think my dream game is probably a 15-minute or 30-minute long speed-runnable roguelite. That, like, that probably plays like Baldur's Gate with, like, the whole decision system. But again, beatable in 15 minutes if you know what you're doing. However, probably looks like RuneScape. There's something about that isometric, stylized graphic. Baldur's Gate's just too real for me. Beautiful game, but like, I don't know. I feel like in 20 years, games are just gonna hit this point where like old ones are gonna look uncanny, and it's just like, what? They thought that looked real? Honestly, I think some old games are already starting to look that way, but. It's too bad there's not a website where you can just, like, find source engines that have, like, become public domain, and you can just work on, like, a game that already exists and modify it. I mean, you technically can with Pokemon ROMs. I've never actually played them, but that's... I mean, that would be... yeah, I'd be happy with that. Those are sweet games. They made Shadow of the Colossus, right? Wait, am I... No, that's the actual game, Ico. Oh, is that them? Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, because believe it or not, as much as I love 100-hour playthroughs, I love the idea of a roguelite. I just never actually have found one that vibes with me. The only one I've ever found is Necropolis, but Necropolis is literally abandonware at this point. The devs just, they released a game and then they never did anything with it, really. And it's kind of crazy. Because, like, Necropolis could have been a phenomenon. It was cel-shaded Dark Souls multiplayer, roguelite. I've streamed it. I love that game, but like they literally just released it and then abandoned it, and it's like, yo, you guys, it's been like 8 years and you're still charging $40 for this game. Like, it should be 10 max. Yeah, okay. I do know them. Oh, yeah, dude. Honestly, that PS2 era, like, of realism is Final Fantasy XII, Shadow of Colossus. That is, like, how I would make my game look. Honestly, Final Fantasy XII is just peak, if you ask me. That is, like, the peak of, okay, you weren't going for real, but, like, real enough. If they could have just figured out Vaughn's abs, it would have been perfect. Yeah, that, like, gritty 2000s PS2 look. Oh. He's beautiful! Just realized we're actually kind of cooking. We're actually kind of flying through this. That's weird. I feel like I'm moving through this. Maybe it's just been so long since I've fished that it feels like I'm flying. No. Because we spent like 51 minutes, I think, getting here. Thank you. That means a lot. My original fishing crew is all but gone. Again, one of them bullied me, so I had to block them. One of them just disappeared. They achieved their goal and they just left. I literally have not seen them since. They never even uploaded their fucking like 50 fishing parts that they like recorded on Twitch that they said they would. They said they were gonna beat all 10 rounds of the fishing contest with legitimate fish, and they did. And then they disappeared. The other person who used to watch me like day and night when I would stream fishing, they were there every day watching me, but like I slowly realized that like they never congratulated me on my fish. They were always just like, how? Where were you? Where were you standing? What time was it? What else did you do? That's crazy. You always catch big fish. That's ridiculous. And it was always just like, damn, dude, like, can I get a nice fish? And then, like, every so often they would set a record and they'd be like, finally, yes, like, I deserve this, finally, after so many hours. And it's like, damn, dude, you have, like, half the time I do. Like, fucking, I mean, it's insane. It's, like, making me jealous. Like, what the fuck? Damn, I've got fucking 300, 400, 500 hours now. Like, I haven't set a record in 60 hours. 70 hours, 80 hours. Oh, shit, we're full. But thank you for being here, Monty. It is always a pleasure speaking to you. You are a wealth of knowledge and full of a great many number of things to chat about, and are, again, super knowledgeable about all of them, and it's fun to talk to you. And, oh my god, this is killing my brain right now. I'm like, somewhere in my brain, it's just like, don't delete the wrong fish, and it's like, there is no wrong fish. Why are you, what fish is the wrong fish? Approximate knowledge of many things. Frank the boy. You're right here! Oh. You're right here! I remember when Adventure Time came out, I was actually a regular show guy. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, buddy. I don't know where... I don't think he goes to the same fish heaven as the rest of them. I feel kind of bad. I feel like he goes somewhere else. Yikes. Ooh. What just happened to him? Ooh. Which is funny because I actually sat down and watched all of Adventure Time. I think I watched all of it. I know I watched all the way up to the Vampire Diaries, and then I either just skipped to the end or I did finish it and I just don't remember it. But I never ended up finishing regular show. I made it all the way to the episodes with CJ, and then I think I probably saw the breakup and stopped watching there. Probably hit too close to home. Don't quote me about catching fish, my guy. Dang, it's gonna be fun to actually go through the game and see how many of each fish has been caught by, like, the players. Like, it's crazy to me that just 50 people have caught Priscleans and then never caught a Nonky. And it's like, they're in the same watering hole. Like, that's crazy to me. But, like, I can see it. Because Nonkies aren't caught on a single fishing medal. Not a single one. There's not a single level in this game that has a fishing medal and Nonkies in it. So, like, you never actually have a chance to get Fabio unless you go out of your way. Or you catch one here during this little span. But it appears 50 people have never seen one. And that blows my mind. Not only have they never caught one, it's crazy. Never even seen it. Although I guess it doesn't mean they haven't hooked one. There's a chance that these people have just lost them. Maybe the only Nonky they ever saw was a giant and just fucking shook off. I have watched people who are new to this game lose massive fish. Because as soon as they hook the fish, they're just like, I've got it! And they just yank on the fucking stick, or I don't know if they tap X a few times, but there's been a few times I've watched people just lose gigantic looking fish. Like, the speed at which the fish unhooks just tells me that even if they had max stats, it would have been big. And it's like, damn. You don't even know. And then it's always so funny because they're just like, what happened? And it's like, you lost a real one. That was a story fish. That was one you could tell for generations. I've also seen people catch giant fish and then just be like, eh. And it's like, are you kidding me? That thing's huge. Like, what are your stats? And then they'll show me the stats and they've got like 4 points into each stat. And it's like, it's like, I can't even believe you managed to reel that thing in. That was expertly done. Well done. And they're just like, it's just a Kaji. It's like, you just caught like a 115 Kaji on a base rod. Like, that might be the hardest fish I've ever seen somebody catch. Like, that's crazy. Like, your nonchalantness makes me think something's up here. Like, that's a dream fish. And the fact that you caught it like that is crazy. But, oh, nope. We are out. Let's move this back up. I gotta click the two. crying out loud. Here's 5 more Mimi. Oh, Dark Cloud 3, man. That'd be insane. Can you imagine? It'd be insane. The fishing, the Spheda. You could have kart racing. You could have Steve be built up as like a kart in that game. Like he's a drivable vehicle because everything's open world now. I'm telling you, dude, Dark Cloud 3 literally, if Dark Cloud 3 was never in production as like an open world survival game, Sony literally is like run by incompetent people. It's like it literally wrote itself during that heyday of survival town builder games. It literally wrote itself. You gotta collect your Giorama, Atla, and all that other stuff. You gotta build the towns. You gotta fucking build your guns out of fucking parts you find. Fucking, you have a robot mech you ride around in to get from point A to point B. Fishing, golf, photography. There's bug collecting in the 3rd game, Rogue Galaxy. Technically, it's the 4th game after Dragon Quest. If you included stuff from Dragon Quest, like monster fighting and stuff like that, and monster capture, holy shit, dude. Dark Cloud 3 would be one of the greatest games of all time. It would just be Palworld, but better. It would be an already, like, established franchise. Technically, this has monster capture. What am I saying? This literally has monster capture in it. Like, it writes itself. Oh, can you imagine an open world version of this game with like an actual jump and stuff, and like you're just exploring the maps, looking, and then when you go into a dungeon, it's suddenly randomly generated, and like you have to fucking, like you normally would, find the key to move to the next floor. But like it's got some Dark One flair where like once you're in the dungeon, you either finish it or you die. It's like I thought that was one of the coolest things about Dark Cloud 1 was that it kept track of how many times you actually went in the dungeon, because that actually made it feel like, ah, shit, like dude, I was fucking like I was dipping in and out constantly, like just dipping my toes in. Or you can be like, I'm just fucking one push, one go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This feels good. What is this? I'm gonna say it every time. This is it. This is the #1 Chris Clean in the world. 95 centimeters. Ah, you're sick. You shouldn't even be over here. It is so much fun. If you do it with the broken dagger, it's actually just a nice, like, ooh, check this out. This is crazy. This is a good challenge. But if you do it without the broken dagger, oh my god, it is unbelievably fun. You're trying to, like, weigh, like, the options. Like, oh, do I want to go on, like, this back floor? That back floor? Which one's going to give me more gems? Like, I don't know. I don't know. You gotta get good weapons. Those first 7 floors are so brutal too. Just getting a good start. Yeah, it took me like 15 minutes to actually learn it. I screwed it up a few times, but like it's super easy to do. All you do is equip the dagger. Well, you have to have the odd gaffer with like the full store. I don't actually know if you have to have the full store, but I think it works better if you do, because you can tell what item you're gonna get. But you equip the dagger, and you make sure you have no attachments in your character's, like, bag at all. You open the store, you go to the attachments page, you go all the way to the bottom, and then you try to hit X and right at the same time while hovering over the ice attribute. And if you do it at the same time correctly, it just creates a broken dagger that raises all of your stats to max. It's so easy to do, but like sometimes I forget like one of the steps, like to equip the dagger or to go to the very bottom of the page of the attachments or something like that. There's like some weird steps to it, but it's super easy to do. But oh my gosh, yeah, no, if you're actually just doing the challenge, those first 7 floors are so brutal, because like if you get poisoned, you only get 1. Like you better hope you find one of those random tiles and you can use the stamina glitch or find an antidote somehow. Zhao's level, if you don't find a slingshot for Zhao, Zhao's level's brutal. You pretty much have to have a dagger broken into a synth sphere by then, so that Zhao can have something to make it through her stage, because it's gonna get rough. Usually you can buy enough repair powders that the rest of the game isn't a problem, but it doesn't mean it won't be. And then yeah, the last dungeon of the game is insane. Doing all 100 floors in one push is actually insane. It's crazy. You get to like floor 50 and you're like, okay, I'm starting to burn through some repair powder, but like there's enough enemies that I'm getting it back. Like it's not a problem. Like my inventory's full. I'm throwing away items right now. And then floor 70's like devoid of any enemies that drop repair powder, and you finally see how much repair powder you're actually burning through. And then like floor 77 has enemies with repair powder and revival powder, and you're basically just like panic running back and forth between the floors trying to get your stuff back. It's so funny. I have attempted the single dungeon run speed run twice, but both times I got like 12 hours and 16 hours in. No, one of them was 18 hours, I think, and I just gave up. I realized that I still had like the fucking whole rest of the dungeon of like Demon Shaft, and was just like, yeah, no, this is a 30-hour speedrun, I'm done. I am tired and I'm going to bed. And I know some people don't see that as like giving up on a speedrun going to bed, but like, I don't know, man, the anxiety after I wake up would just be crippling. Because I'd wake up and be like in the bathroom, just like, okay, like da-da-da-da. I left the speedrun up! And it's just like, what did I, oh my god, I took a shower. I left the speedrun up and I took a shower. I forgot. I like that feeling of turning off the computer and laying down for the day and just being like, ah, it was a good day. Even though I didn't finish what I wanted to, it was a good day. But like, if I don't even know if I'd be able to fall asleep. I'd probably just lay down and be like, okay, as soon as you're up, back to the grind. As soon as you're up, back to the, and I'd open my eyes and be like, yes, back to the grind. And it'd been like 15 minutes. And that is actually bad. Body needs sleep, needs repair, needs to flush the heavy metals away from your brain. You can't be having them heavy metals build up. Your brain's got to do its nightly flush. I actually caught my my record Baron during my minimum dungeon challenge. I caught a 220 centimeter Baron at Matataki Falls. It's honestly my proudest achievement in Dark Cloud 1 fishing. 220 centimeters at Matataki, baby. Matataki! Fish Madness back, baby. Let's get it. Oh, we got points. We got real points. Oh, wait, I didn't... Oh, damn it. I didn't want to go over 30. I was going to try to stay under 30 and see if I could catch big fish that way. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Yikes. I would love to see that. I've never tried it. I should try it with save state sometime. I got really close multiple times. Multiple times. I, like, literally, as I was coming out of the cutscene, it changed time to day. So, like, I had to be frames away. Just on accident. But... I like playing Dark Cloud 1. I think the combat isn't that great. I think it's very simplistic, but I love the weapon synthesis system in that game. I love the feeling of building up a weapon in Dark Cloud 1. It feels good. It feels good to level up a weapon in Dark Cloud 1. It's just well done. Is it balanced? No, not really. But I like that. I like how overpowered you can get. Somebody got the Chronicle Sword on the first floor only. Do I agree with it? No. I think it's stupid. I think it's really stupid. But you can. The loot on the first floor compared to, like, the rest of the dungeon is drastically different. You should not, I don't think you should cripple yourself for that. You could just go 3 floors later and you'll see different stuff. I think the ultimate challenge for the first dungeon is getting all 4 ultimate weapons. Is that the challenge I did? Yeah. Is that why I think it's the ultimate one? No, it's because it's all 4 ultimate weapons. I think it's that simple. But you can. You can get the Chronicle Sword on the first floor. You could technically get 2 ultimate weapons on the first floor, but again, I don't think it's worth it. You're risking clown rolls. I think it'd be better to roll the later levels where you can potentially see Steve and the bandits and the steel and the slingshots in general. But that's just me. It's an opinion. That's handsome. I think that's our heaviest or tied for heaviest. Not longest. I do want to sit down for like a week with Dark Cloud and just try to see a Baron over 300 centimeters. I don't know what it would take. I don't even know if it's possible. I talked to one guy who like works with like the people who make the mod for Dark Cloud 1. He reads the code. He's read the code. I talked to him about it, Word of Wind, if you know. And he wasn't even sure if the game had like enough seeds to actually spawn the fish that it said it could. Essentially meaning that like it says it can spawn a 300 to 350 centimeter Baron, but like it doesn't mean it actually could. I was learning about that recently with Diablo. There was a guy who cheated Diablo 2 speedruns. And I was watching a video about that, and like the guy apparently like broke the seed generator because seeds were only generated to like the year 2035 or something. And he made it so that he could spawn different like levels and whatnot that were technically impossible, but like the game knew how to spawn them. They were possible. It's just like the code wasn't designed to go past the year 2035. So like I almost wonder if like that is happening or like has happened with Dark Cloud. Like maybe they made it so that the fish could be caught, but with the way the random number generator actually worked, the fish will never be caught. I don't know, man. I really don't. After all this time, I don't know, and I feel reinvigorated to try and find out. But I don't know. I'll probably end up in the same place. I'd like to set every fishing record, though. No, I don't think anybody's ever done a clean sweep of every fishing record on Retro Achievements. Don Doke tried. Don Doke? I think it's Doke. I don't even remember. They tried, but they gave up. So I'm gonna take it. If they don't take it now, I'm taking it from them. Because they gave up. They literally got one fish away and gave up. So if they don't come back and get their sweep, I'm taking it. They literally got one fish away from sweeping it. And I said I would never hop on a retro and take it simply because I don't like playing on emulators. I don't. I really don't. But it is kind of scratching that itch of a new whenever you get like a new system and you re-download Dark Cloud and you're like, I don't have my photo album. I don't have any of my, where's all my New Game Plus stuff? And it's like, I gotta play through again to get all my stuff back. And this is like, since this is keeping track of my fish, man, I love it. The leaderboard, man, just makes it even more fun because it removes the competition and like it's just right there. I know where I'm at. I do wish it said like top 3 though. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be a bit much. They'd have to be really small to not like take up a bunch of room on the screen. And it would kind of get redundant. Except for like the first 10 times you see it after you set a record and you see your name up there, it'd be like, yes! It could probably just be a setting. Oh, it does suck that it doesn't keep track of FP, man. I feel bad for everybody out there who sets an FP record. That took me a second. I was reading it and I was just like, what do you mean? Is there something I don't know about? Is there like a leaderboards for this? And then I reread it and I was like, oh. Very nice. Well done. That cast flew right over my head. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. Oh shit, I am close to 2 hours again. My body, like, fucking, it literally is a automaton. Full of cogs and gears, dude. I literally am clockwork. Alright, so we're gonna take another little mini break here in 15 minutes. I'm gonna go out in the other room and hit the roller. Got a big foam roller. I'm gonna go stretch. Might grab a granola bar. And then I'll be back. But I got to get up and move around. Get my cats a treat. Oh, my mom's getting ready to leave too. Perfect. I'll be able to catch her right as she's going out the door. Dang, I was hopeful. I felt good about that one. I was like, this is it, dude. This is the fucking Frisk Lane. She is finally going on some vacations. She's got vacations planned. She's got to get to the point where she can do those vacations, but she's got them planned. She used to go all the time. She used to plan races all over the country and go run, and I would just watch the house for her, watch her animals. But then COVID happened. And then after COVID, oh god, she broke her, I think she broke her arm. I can't remember if it was, I think it was her arm. It looked like, because her cast looked like her wrist, but I believe it was actually her arm she broke. I think it was her ulna. I can't actually remember, that was a year, oh my god, I just twisted my back. Oh god, I need to stretch. That was like a year ago. That was like right after I started streaming, and I literally just didn't stream. I was just getting into the habit of like waking up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and streaming and stuff, but I mean, she needed help with stuff. She had a broken arm, so like I just couldn't stream. And we were having like water issues, so we had to go to the fucking gym to shower and stuff. So like we were showering at the gym, and I had to drive her to work because her arm was broken, and we drove manual cars, so like she couldn't shift and steer at the same time with a broken arm. So I had to drive her to work and stuff. So like I just didn't stream back then. I put so many hours on Apex Legends back then. Every time I go to play that game, it's just like, you have 800 hours. And I'm just like, how? And then I remember that, yeah, like I would wake up, get ready for my day, drive her to work, drive home. And then I would be like, well, I don't want to stream because I'm just going to stream, get hungry, and then because again, back then I would just end the stream. So it's just like I'd get 15, 20 minutes into a stream and be hungry. And it's just like, why did I even start this? Now I'm just fucking hangry. And then I would end the stream, walk away, go back and start another stream up. And then it'd just be like, shit, I have to go pick her up in a couple hours. Like, okay, well, like, okay, end the stream, hang out with the animals, go pick her up. I just didn't stream back then because I didn't understand that it was just like, yeah, I could stream and then eat something and then come back to stream and then eat something and then stream again for 6 hours and then go pick her up. But like in my mind, it's just like, okay, like I get back, I have 30 minutes and then I have to eat lunch. It's just like, what do I do in 30 minutes? Nothing, you fucking idiot. You could start a stream, then eat something and then go back, but you could just eat and then start stream, but I just wasn't used to it. I didn't understand how streaming worked. Just because I'd only ever seen streaming through YouTube. I never actually really watched Twitch. They're actually all asleep. They'll probably be up here in as soon as I get up out of the chair, one of them always gets up. But they're actually all asleep right now. I think today was actually, actually no. can't remember if I was going to play Apex today or not. I can't remember what the map was. Whatever. I was getting so mad playing it the other day. I'm in silver rank right now, and oh, dude, it like literally, I think there's like an entire, I want to call them a cult, but like demographic of people who just have realized they can't rank up, so their whole goal is to de-rank their teammates, and it's just like, what's wrong with people? Oh yes, the stealing of my computer chair is, yeah. Whoever gets to steal my chair and then sharpen their nails on it too, that's the big bang. It's really loud. Loud is strong. Ooh, that was our first fish that we could just straight up reel in. Oh, it was a 32. Wow. We're just at a high enough resilience where we can just reel fish in now. Alright, well, I might as well just do that on both of them and then start leveling up. Luck or strength? Might just leave it. Might just leave it for a bit.
I have caught a fish over 170 centimeters with luck.
Or not luck, with strength that low. But I've never done it with luck. So maybe we leave luck low and we raise strength to see if we ever catch a big fish. I don't know. I don't know. But I am going to take my little break right now because I can hear my mom getting ready to take off, and I want to say goodbye to her because that's the right thing to do. My God, ever since those stupid fucking commercials of like, this is the last thing I sent my sister before she died. Can you get me a 10-piece? And it's like, Jesus. It's like, I don't have the fear of like losing my fucking family member to like texting and driving. I mean, you should. You shouldn't do that. It's scary, and any second you're not looking at the road that's distance traveled, baby. But like, just the fucking thought, man, like, automobile travel is not the safest form. It's scary. You don't even have to be texting. So like, thanks for the fucking, like, visceral FOMO, motherfuckers. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, YouTube.